All right, everyone, what's up? This is to watch this video for Wednesday, August 28th. Start with the SPY as I always do. You had this big flush down on Friday, a little bit of a bounce, a little gap up today, and looked like it's trying to just roll back over. Pretty good support right around here, and really we're just clearly in a range from here to here, which is a big range for the SPY, but that's like the last, 3 weeks worth? So as long as we're in that range, just keep watching it, watching for support at the low of the range, and taking trades. Now, I do have a little warning today because I was thinking earnings season winding down, low floaters, we've seen a couple big rips, and maybe it's just the underlying weakness in the overall market today, but I saw some kind of nasty slams down in some of these when I thought we were going to start getting some rips. Having said that, if you weren't in chat, I called NETE this morning, literally like let's go to twos, over the 2-minute high. Let me get pre-market off there. I was looking at after hours stuff, so I had extended hours on there. So this was a morning gap play. You know what? Let me go back to the daily real quick. The daily was interesting because you had that big rip, 2 days lower, so it was already on bounce watch because it looked like this, right? The big rip and then 2 days lower on declining volume. Well, then we log in today and there's news and it's gapping up. So it opens here, and I'm thinking, hey, it might take out these recent highs and squeeze. So let's now fast forward to this morning. You can see what happened. There's the opening 2-minute candle. Wayne had already called this his favorite potential squeezer this morning. So this one really I was hyper focused on it because I knew Wayne loved it. And it does this not too bad of a range really, like 23-cent range on this opening candle, right? 2 minutes. As it starts to curl back up, Wayne was on the mic talking about another stock, and I kind of spoke over him because I said, hey guys, I like this NETE over the highs, right? And it was starting to curl up and volume was coming in, and I just threw out a limit of 520. I really didn't mean to. My limit could have been anywhere, but I use that trading matrix on TradeStation, and I knew I just wanted in, so I threw out my limit and it landed over 520, and I actually got filled at 517. Now keep in mind these are 2-minute candles, and this thing happened pretty quickly. So within within about 2 or 3 minutes, it's all the way up near 590. I'm scaling out into that. I'll show you. There's my actual fill. That's a limit of 520, filled at 517. And I'm really proud of the way I handled this trade because there's my sells. And you can see, I don't know, I didn't look at the time on that entry, but it was probably 2 or 3 minutes in. So within a couple minutes, I'm selling some from the 517 entry at 583. Within a few more, seconds probably, 604, 607, these two yellow ones where I offered out some shares and they didn't get filled. And then 619 and 605. It was a great way to start the day. You can just see that run there. Actually, one of my sells I offered out at 631, I kid you not, and it topped out at 630. Which was kind of sad because I thought, okay, I'm going to get filled on that, and it came back down. Anyway, really, really nice trade. But now when we go to the daily, look at that. You got that nasty looking candle, and I'm going to show you a couple others. OSN today had this pop and nasty. So this is what I mean, like shorts are winning on these when I was thinking we're getting into the low float squeeze season, and I don't like what I saw today in them. ARCI is another one. It looked like day 2 of a big rip. It opened here. I'm going to show you this call real quick though for those of you who didn't make it to chat. You're looking for somebody to put on your hot list. Rob, when you put somebody on your hot list, you get an audible alert when they post something. This was Rob's first post of the day, by the way. I think I heard Wayne say that. ARCE through 650. Let's go to 5-minute candles. And, it was already on watch because it was so strong yesterday. And then looked like this and then started to curl up. And there was a seller on the tape at 650. Yesterday's high wasn't that far away. And look at that push through 650. Look at that reversal. Doesn't matter. You get long 650. This thing ended up going over 9. So a huge call by Rob there. But in another ugly daily candle. So that one, real quick, NEAT again, NETE, kind of an ugly candle, and OSN is a gapper. And so, long story short, I have a very short watch list for today because I couldn't find much of anything. All right. So here's what I'm watching. PSTV. Another strong day. It was on the watch list. I did not call this in chat. And I didn't get it. I loved it over 13 right here. If you saw Wayne's tweet, he actually saw the same thing I saw. We weren't talking about it. I didn't know he was watching it. But it was so thin and spready, there's no way I was going to call it, right? But you have it took out yesterday's high here, and then you had this lower high here. Whole number inflection point 13 with the high of day just above on this tiny float squeezer from the other day. Loved this through 13, and it happened in a blink. And then I saw Wayne tweet later that he got filled at 13. I called him a name in private in chat, but all kidding aside, I'm happy for him. That's a great grab. You had the high of day as another catalyst above, and look at that, all the way to 1650. And the daily is holding up pretty well. Let me cancel that. Let me go back to the daily. Anyway, so you had this big pop here that topped out at 1672. Today topped out at 1650-ish, close to 1650. Got to be on long watch tomorrow, all right? TRNX, this one's hard to see, but it had that reverse split yesterday. So yesterday topped out at 244, and then today a quiet inside day topping out at 229. I like it over today's high tomorrow if it gets there, over 229. FFHL, this one actually held up pretty well in a kind of ugly market today, right? You had the big pop, then the nasty reversal, and then another pop today, closing well off its highs, but still closing nicely above its open. So I do want to watch that one. NVTR, big volume day for that one, and a fairly strong close, all things considered. BITA, trying to break out of this range, about what, three and a half week range. Topped out basically close to the whole number 13. Decent volume on this one. I'm going to watch that one tomorrow. NTech is gapping, and after I hate these charts with this island down here. And after hours, it's trading at 59 cents. You can see it closed at 52 cents. The high of this island is 68 cents. I think it topped out at 62 or 63 so far in pre-market. I don't know if it's done or not, but a potential gap play tomorrow. Some insider buys posted on that in after hours, and that's what put it on my radar. LCI, kind of an ugly daily here, but in after hours, looks like they reported earnings as I'm talking, and it's not even 5 o'clock Eastern yet. It's trading at 777. So trading, somewhere right about up here. So we'll see if we get a gap play set up in that one tomorrow. And then CMCM on bounce watch. You had this big pop, and it's just grinding lower, then now down into the 8-day, decreasing volume on this pullback. That one also goes on bounce watch. And that's it. That's my entire list. I'm not going to babble any further. Love the teamwork. Let's keep it up. We'll add some gappers to this list in the morning. We'll see y'all in chat.